Hey, welcome to the episode 23 of Green Zone. Before the season, we promised to give you 20 episodes, so we pretty much have outdone ourselves. And I don't mean the quality of the program, I mean the quantity. By any means, this is a place where we like to give stick to people. Then again, we return pretty much the same favor from them. And today, we have more friends from US, and we've been very lucky, very privileged to have these people. Eric Kunter from Detroit was here before, and we welcome him again, and he is bringing another friend of his from Detroit Lions. This will be the first time we will see Marquise Williams, and he's the assistant coach of the special teams of Detroit Lions. Welcome to the show, Marquise. Welcome, Eric. Well, you're here always. Thank you. This is the first time we got you here. Eric's been here like bubble gum in the hair, but you know we're stuck with him. So, but that's okay. Let's start with the little bit the NFL stuff. So now there's been 3 full game days. Have you seen anything sort of like out of ordinary or surprising so far? Like sort of a trend or anything?
You talking about like football wise on the field? Trending more so. I think teams have been a little bit more simplified with their schemes. You know, so you'll see either the two extremes of people being really simple because they didn't have preseason games, and you're playing a lot of younger players or new acquisitions on your team. And then you have some of the teams like the Chiefs where they're pulling all types of tricks out of their bag, with different types of schemes and new stuff that they brought from the college game and new different schemes because of, teams are keeping it simple on the other end of the aspect. So like, Kansas City, their offense, they're pretty complex. They'll do a lot of different things. Like last night you saw the underhand pass, shuffle pass.
By the I was going to say, I was watching the game. Yeah. So like, there's nothing simple about that.
Yeah, so so those things have been kind of, fun to watch, watching all around the league. But the biggest thing is like, guys playing with technique and trying to eliminate penalties and like self-inflicting wounds. And there's going to be a little bit of growing pains these first couple of weeks until, people start getting into the groove and rhythming up with their team and with the new acquisitions on their team.
Do you think that the refs are still at the same sort of like, they didn't have the preseason either? Because I think some of the calls are pretty funny.
Yeah, you think, everybody needs training camp, players, coaches, and referees. So, you've seen the extremes to where there hasn't been a lot of penalties called, and then you've seen where there has been a lot of penalties called, and, a lot of things are being missed. And that's in a regular season, like with a regular year with training camp and preseason. So to answer your question, yeah, there has been some missed calls in that aspect, some phantom pass interference calls, blocking the backs. But everybody needs practice, and you only get better with reps.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question. Congratulations, it was a nice win last weekend. And Eric, do you get every time new hat when you get win? Because your last one was pretty old.
The hat?
The cap, yeah.
Yeah, it was an old hat. Eric has like 5 billion hats.
Yeah, that's all I do is wear hats, because it's all losing up here, and losing the hair, so... Yeah.
Well, welcome to the club.
You're not the only one, hey. So, hey, Marquise, my son always has a couple of questions, and this week he wants to know, you were in Los Angeles before, and he wants to know what kind of car does Philip Rivers drive? After all, he's got 9 kids.
Well, he drives, so when he was with the Chargers, my first year was 2016. We were the San Diego Chargers, and then the very next year they moved to Orange County, Los Angeles. So he decided to keep his family in San Diego. So what he did was he bought an Escalade, and he had it customized where he took out the middle row and he put in a flat screen TV, and he had his video software in there so he could watch film commuting to and back and forth from Los Angeles. So it was like a 2-hour commute total. So he has an Escalade, and he had one of his security guards drive him back and forth each day. So, but now what he drives for his family, his wife drives a Sprinter van. So they have a big van that they drive.
Okay,
So they're all
the next
traveling.
one is gotta go to Eric because Mikael wants to know that who at the NFL hates Thursdays, because if you look at the games that they are throwing at us on Thursday nights, they're total toilet bowls. They're horrible. I mean, the only thing to play for on those Thursday night games is draft picks. I mean, New York Jets and Denver Broncos. Come on, give us a break.
Okay, he needs to leave now.
Let me just say this, that every team has to play a Thursday night game. So don't know what the matchups are going to be. Usually early in the season, you're going to get some teams that, maybe don't have the best records, But once you get later into the season, that's when all of the, everything starts coming around. But every team is supposed to play one Thursday night game. So ours is always on Thanksgiving. So in the States, we have the Thanksgiving, so we always play at noon. And there's usually 3 games that play. And Dallas plays the other one, I believe. So it's the Lions and Dallas that always play.
But isn't that the first time about ever when you don't play Chicago on Thanksgiving? That's always been the Thanksgiving game.
It has always been the Thanksgiving game, and they changed it up a little bit. And for the last year we played Chicago, they were trying to bring it back again, because that was the first Thanksgiving game ever played on the Thursday. It was the Lions and Chicago. But I guess this year they changed it up a little bit, so we get to play the Houston Texans this year.
Hey, I got a question. I got to ask this too. We asked this last week from the Green Bay guys. And what's your favorite stadiums, and what's are the ones you don't like so much? So you start, Maggie.
All right, so I'll start with so I grew up a Raiders fan. That was my team, growing up Oakland Raiders fan. So coaching with the Chargers, played the Raiders twice a year. And my first time going to the Oakland Coliseum, I couldn't believe how bad it was. Horrible stadium. Like, you're walking up the tunnel, you got wires all on the top of your head coming out. The grass was really bad. The Oakland Athletics still played there, their Major League Baseball team. So that was one of the worst stadiums. One of my favorite stadiums, I say, is I'll either say the Minnesota Vikings. That one's pretty cool, US Bank. And I like Arrowhead Stadium. It's an old school, just like a little bowl stadium, but it's so loud that you could be standing next, like how close you guys are standing next to each other, and you still can't hear. So that atmosphere is pretty cool. So I like, US Bank for how it's designed, and I like Arrowhead Stadium just for the old school traditional look that it has.
All right, Eric, you.
Okay, so I'm going along with Keith about the Raiders. I'm kind of twofold, because in a working atmosphere, not the best, but all the memories and all the, John Madden coach there, all those old coaches and players that were there. I mean, you walk in there and you walk out on the field and it's just like, wow. I mean, there's so much history, but working wise, it's a dump. I mean, literally a dump. And probably my most favorite right now would probably be, I like Detroit. Detroit's a pretty solid place to play. I mean, the way it's built right downtown, all three major sports are all within walking distance from each other. It's built into a old office complex or old office building. So, and you actually, when you pull up on it, you don't actually see it. It doesn't even look like a stadium. So when you pull in and you're walking through it, it's like, it has all the offices. There's still businesses there, but then you walk down into it and it's just like, wow, it's really cool. And from the field, when you look up, they have all of the suites that are lit up in these white lights, and it looks, I don't know, it's really cool. It's really a special place, I think. Not to be biased or anything, but
anyhow,
I have to say, sorry to interrupt you, one other stadium, Keeson, I don't know if you've been there, is Wembley in London.
Yes.
Very, very, very cool. I mean, so much behind it. You walk down the tunnel and you see, like, the Rolling Stones played there, all the tennis matches, all the different sports and different, concerts and stuff. Unbelievable.
Yes, I went there in 2018. We played the Titans out there, and came out with a win. That was one of the coolest stadiums I've been to.
Yeah, very cool.
That's a good call on that one.
Yeah.
After the first two losses you had, what would you say was the issue that, like, for instance, against Chicago, you were like, I don't know, 16 points on the top of at the beginning of the fourth quarter? I mean, what was the issue with the first two games? Because now you came back pretty strong.
I think for us as a team, it was just finishing the game. We start fast, but we weren't finishing strong. It was nothing that the other team was doing we couldn't do. What we couldn't finish. It was all about us, like being able to finish. And it's it goes back to like we hurt ourselves in those games by we're up ahead and we're winning, but then we start having self-inflicting wounds that allow teams to get back in the game. And at this level, if you keep teams in the game and you make mistakes, you're allowing other people to capitalize on it. And they're professional players and professional coaches too on the other end. So it's all about for us limiting our mistakes,
Okay.
And then we get in that position and now it's a one-score game with less than 4 minutes left or whatever, like Chicago, it could go either way. And we don't want to put that.
Well, it could have gone either way in the last minute, though.
Exactly. So like, this last game, the feeling on the sideline, it was going back and forth, but the guys were calm because I'm a believer in this. When we lost those first two games of the season, like it gave us experience to handle stuff later on in the season. So now we get in these situations where we're up by 2 or 3 scores. There's no like, oh, we're waiting for the game to end. No, let's just finish this. Let's just put the dagger in these guys and finish the game. Or if it's a close game, like at the end of the game a couple of days ago, now we're poised. We just focus on us and our execution, and it doesn't matter what the other team does because we're executing at a high level. We do what we need to do, offense, defense, special teams, and then the score will take care of itself like it did on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, great. Hey, how much you guys follow college football? Do you have a time to follow it? Okay. Okay, I have a question. Last one from me. Who's gonna be in the playoff this year? Which teams? Easy one.
So we can bet some money on it,
I'll say the team that is that has the least amount of COVID. Because I mean,
that's a good one.
yeah, because like kids are in school, they're going to classes, they're still partying, they're traveling, they're not testing as much as we are testing, and teams are starting their seasons at different times. So it's going to be interesting to see how the college playoffs shake out for some of these teams.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Some surprises already, I would say. I mean, LSU losing already, and so.
So I have a question for Keith.
Yeah, sure.
If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna swing it back over to Keith over here. Now we're talking last week. I'm sure you guys saw the kickoff, the onside kickoff by Dallas, right? He put the ball down and he I don't know what you call it. He spun it.
Yeah.
He spun it. Okay. So, and this is for everybody, I guess. So the ball does not have to be on a tee when you kick it off, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It could be flat on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay, and the ball has to go 10 yards.
It has to go 10 yards for the kickoff team to recover it, but
it doesn't have to go 10 yards, but you lose it then.
Yeah. It could go 10 yards before the coverage team has to get it, but if it only goes 8 yards, the return team could jump on it. And
But if it goes,
the Saints,
if it goes the 8 yards and somebody touches it, it's a free ball.
Say that again.
If it goes only the 8 yards, but somebody touches it and can't catch
If you can't catch it, it's a free ball.
Yes, if the return team touches it before 10 yards and they don't recover it, the coverage team can get on it. So like with the Falcons, they were waiting for it to go 10 yards, but if you're, we could jump on it. So if you're a return team and you see that ball's rolling slow and you don't know if it's going to go 10 yards, just jump on it, especially if it's not going as fast and it's not going out of bounds. So that's where the Falcons kind of messed up on that. They're waiting and they allowed a Dallas Cowboy player to get in front of them, and he boxed them out and was able to get on the football.
I bet nobody does it anymore. Wait, but somebody tried this week too, but it rolled out on the sidelines. So
the Saints did it versus the Packers. It didn't go 10 yards and it went out of bounds.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, one question to Eric. How's Henry? How's he doing?
Doing well. He's doing very good. He's recovering. Had knee surgery. He had, one of those titanium knees put in. So he's been rehabilitating. He's been doing well, enjoying the coursing COVID, making the pain go away. So, but no, I'm just joking about that. But he's doing well. Keeping busy.
Yeah. Hey, one more question. You're 72. There's got to be a shorter first name which you use in the games and on the sidelines. Am I correct? Halapuli Vadi Vaitai. You can't call him, hey, Halapuli Vaitai. You can't call him that. There's got to be a shorter name.
Hey, you did a great job with that, by the way.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, we just call him Big V.
Thank you. I'm not even trying.
That was
That's a nice name, although.
yeah, I mean, especially like here when you guys come to Finland, and we go to Wilson, and
It's a bar.
at 4 a.m. when you start calling me, hey, Halapuli Vad, this is gonna be very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining us. This has been a pleasure as always, and hope to see you guys again sometime this season. And good luck for the next game.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it being on air, and it's an honor to be able to get a chance to speak with you guys. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do it again.
Great. Okay. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thank you, me.
Thank you, Mean.